All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Nikki T Live. Another co-working stream slash working on OpenSauced. Hope you're all doing well today. Just brewed some coffee, so should be good to go. Uh, no headphones on at the moment, only because I left them on all night, and so they're just currently charging. So I have tunes that I will listen to, but I don't know. I'll plug them in a bit. But anyways. So let's get to it. So working on open source feature, it's this feature here, it's the issues table. And so essentially what this is if we go to production, eh, somebody was asking me before, yes, this is my hair just standing up. There's literally nothing in my hair at the moment. I don't know why my hair does that, but it does. Um, okay, so let's go to, let me zoom this in a bit. So this is a workspace page. This happens to be Project Discovery, which if anybody's curious about, I'll drop in the chat. And I'm gonna switch to coding view so you can actually see what I'm doing. Hey, hair is on point. Badoom. Hey, how you doing, Todd? Good seeing you, man. You get a lobster. All right. Um, so yeah. So we're working on open source as always, like I said, and I'll also just drop. Hey, how's it going, Idrint? Good to see you, man. Um, this is the workspace we're looking at. It's public workspace, so you can go ahead and just take a peek at it. Um, it's an interesting project, actually. Yeah, I'm doing well, Todd, man. Pretty busy, but not in a bad way. We've been building lots of stuff, and it's been going pretty good. But how about yourself? How you doing? I keep seeing all your cooking posts with the awesome food that you're cooking. So I have to scroll by sometimes because otherwise it's like I just ate supper and then I see that and then I'm like, ah, I shouldn't be eating another meal, so I'm gonna scroll by. Anyways, um, so on I guess just to go back to what a workspace is, also just for high level. So a workspace in OpenSauced is, think of it as a collection of repositories that you want to monitor. So, or we call it tracking repositories. Now, you could obviously track a ton of random stuff, which there's nothing stopping you, but a good use case for using a workspace too is we could be maybe looking at different projects with similar goals, maybe, but there's a lot of like open source program offices where they could bring in their whole org. Yeah, I know, Idrinth, yeah, you just recently converted yours to an org. I don't know if you want to share a link to your workspace, Idrinth. I can show it if you want. Um, so essentially, like an organization in GitHub, it's a way to see like kind of, I don't want to use the word health because we're still working on wording and stuff. We've been using like activity ratio as another way, but it's not just stars because like everybody always talks about stars, and stars are nice, but it's kind of they can be bought now and stuff. And okay, so let's go to Idrinth's here. So I'm gonna copy the address and feel free to check it out. So Idrinth is working on a project called API Bench, which you should come on my stream sometime, Idrinth, and we should talk about your project. Hey, what's going on, Jason, man? Good to see you, my man. Um, yeah, so essentially, like Idrinth, this is his org now, so he's tracking all his projects. Um, there's some stuff we're improving here, like we're going to be sorting by activity so that the highest activity shows first, and you'll be able to do some other sorting and stuff and filtering. But for now, like this is where Idrinth can come and see, like, because in GitHub this stuff is surfaced, but it's like you go to your notifications, you can see, okay, there's PRs open, you'll get a notification when it gets merged and stuff, and you can obviously go to the repository and then you could go to, for example, pull requests, and then you can filter and say show me the merge, show me the open, show me the drafts, etc. But what this does is, we're showing information that GitHub does surface, but I'm biased obviously, but I think we're aggregating it in a way that actually makes it more useful to a maintainer. So like we can see here, like Idrin's projects, they have like 45 pull requests open, 40 have been merged. Um, so we have a little calculation for velocity. I don't remember what it is offhand, but basically it looks like most PRs in Idrin's org get merged after 2 days, which is pretty good. And Idrinth is saying we're still ripping apart the API bench repo, so most others are relatively inactive. Yeah, no worries, man. The other thing too is like just because it has low activity doesn't mean it's a bad thing either, right? Like maybe you have a repo in there like it's I don't know, like the .github repo where you have like some org settings and maybe it hasn't been touched in a year because like you really don't need to change anything. It's going to show up as low, but that doesn't mean that that's a bad thing, right? These are just, this is really signals to just let you know about things going on in your different repositories in your org, or just getting a high level view up top here. So, and this is like for the past 30 days. So like API benches, the API bench org has got 2 stars. There's been 5 forks going on. So there's some activity, but like Idrinth said too, he just literally converted this all to an org. And again, the low, it really depends context, right? If it's a project that doesn't really need a lot of changes, it's gonna be low. But there's other ones like we can see here. There's a bunch with medium, and then if we go, is there only one page? There's 2 pages. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff like you said. Like here's your .github one, for example, Idris. So like if we come to this one, there's not much going on in here because that's like your settings. CFP for Connect Tech is open, Nick. Great conference to get to and speak to. You doing any more conferences this year? I submitted one to Netlify Compose. I submitted to a bunch like Cascadia JS. It didn't get accepted. I submitted to Render ATL. It didn't get accepted. There's a few. I'm submitting one to GitHub Universe, but I'll check out the CFP for Connect Tech. Let's just open up that anyways. Connect Tech. That is not it. CFP. Let's do that. Yeah, there we go. Connect Tech Conference. So I'll drop this in the chat for anybody that's interested in checking it out. I'll definitely check it out, Todd. Cool. I just dropped that on the Twitters too. So this is in November. So schedule wise, if I did get accepted, that's probably fine. Let's go check it out. Speakers and sessions. Choose your ticket. Oh yeah, call for papers. Okay, submit a talk. June 1st. Okay, so let me add this to my reminders. I'll just here, let's go repeat daily 10 p.m. Cool. Yeah, I think there's a talk that is shaping up. The one that I submitted to Netlify Compose, I'm a I think it's going to be a good talk if it gets accepted. Even if it doesn't, not the end of the world. I can, give it somewhere else. Hey, how's it going, Vincent G Dev? I don't know if that's you, Wen, from Appright, or if it's a different Vincent. But anyways, just saying hey. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, your handle wasn't the same, but I kind of just guessed. Cool. So again, like I was saying, for the activity of a repository, it's not necessarily a bad thing that it's low. Like we were saying in the context of like the .github one, you might not have a lot of activity going on there for good reason. So anyways, getting back to activity though. So I already created this pull request table, and essentially this is showing you all the pull requests that are going on in all the projects that are being tracked. And then there's stuff like I don't know if this is fixed yet. Let's see, CLI. Okay, yeah, the filter's fixed. Okay, for some reason it broke the other day. But anyways, you can, basically go, 7 days, 30 days, all the way up to a year. things I'm going to add to this is I'm going to add a filter so you can say like just show me merge PRs, show me draft PRs, closed PRs, etc. But this is one table. The next table I need to do is one for issues, and I know this is a feature that people have been asking for. I think actually AppWrite is interested in this feature. So basically, I'm going to be creating this table, but for issues now. So, and this is also responsive. So if you shrink it, it eventually gives you a compact view. Yeah, no, issues are good to know about. Like it's kind of like the whole, I don't know, we've been trying to change how people think about open source as well, like not to get too into the weeds maybe, but like, you know, people are I'm generalizing here, but a lot of people are focused on like just the code, get my PR in, and that's great. And it's not a bad thing, but honestly, a lot of times like issues are like for maintainer issues are super important. And I'll be honest, there's been some issues I've created that I've been more proud of than actually code contributions because, I went deep into what was going on, gave like scenarios, explained how I think maybe it could be fixed and stuff. And these are things that maintainers appreciate. So, don't sleep on issues. And, it's a form of feedback, obviously, too. So, like, it's also a good metric in the sense that, like, if you're getting issues open, that means people are using your project, which is a nice to have. Cool. I'm gonna see if my headphones are working. It doesn't affect anything with the stream. It's just I like to listen to music in the background. I'll just see how much I got here. That's impressive, man. Charge them for 15 minutes and I've got like 60% already. All right, let's load up Spotify then. Let's get some tunes. If you familiar with whatchamacallit, and Party Next Door, that's not the photo I was expecting to see on there, but okay. Not that I'm phased by it, but it is my stream, so whatever. Yellow. Okay, let's move this off screen just so I don't keep switching to it by accident. Yeah, let's get some tunes on. I'll just do my favorites playlist for now. Gonna put a song on repeat. Cool. Let me just check Slack real quick. This is co-working, so okay, just checking some stuff. Okay. Nothing super exciting going on in work Slack, which is good, so I can just focus on work here now. Okay. So yeah, so like I was saying, we need to bring in an issues table now. That's a new feature. So there's just a couple things I got to do before we get started. So I got to open up another VS Code. Well, I guess I technically don't need to open up VS Code. Actually, I should just go to the terminal. Um, just because two VS Codes, OBS, and a bunch of other things and browsers does eat up memory at some point. So let's open up iTerm, which I don't use that often. But I honestly like, because I'm in VS Code so often, I just live in the integrated terminal. I think it's pretty good. Something like warp.dev, which I've kind of tried a bit. I would probably use it more if they had an integration with the integrated terminal in VS Code. I know there's been talks about it, but anyways. All right, let's go to my dev folder, work, and what is it? CD API. Okay, cool. nr dev, oh, nr start dev. Okay, so that should start the endpoint. Okay, that's good. I'm just gonna put that on another screen because we don't need that. So let's just make sure that my local API is up. The reason why I'm using the local API is because I've actually added a new endpoint for issues so that we can actually load them. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so we can try it out here. So let's grab this workspace ID, which is idrants. And let's come here. Let's try it out. This is just the API generated with Swagger. So I'm basically going to say, go get all the issues for the last 30 days for idrants workspace. Okay, 404 not found. Oh, yeah. I don't need that. Don't need that. Workspace issues. Let's execute again. 404, what's going on? What happened to my API? That looks all good. Interesting. Why is it giving a 404? Let me open up the project just in case. The request is happening. Repo issues get. I'll try another one just to see, but this is a public workspace, so that should be fine. Let's go to another one. Let's go charm. You know what? I think I might have, did I paste in the wrong ID maybe? Let's see. There, execute. Why am I getting? Oh, those are examples. What am I saying? Server response, boom, invalid. Why is it not doing it? No, okay, it really is giving it not found. Okay, let's debug this. Hold on a sec. Exit. Let's quit iTerm. Let me go back to the chat. I got away from the chat. No, your workspace is known, Idrant. It's something. It's something to do with my local API. I've just gonna make sure. Just gonna debug it. API. Okay. I'm just gonna check my environment variables for a sec. So I'm just gonna go to speaking view for a second here, and let's do this. And p.env. Hold on a sec. Yeah, okay, cool. p.env. I just want to make sure that everything is up to snuff. Okay, that's there. Workspace issues endpoint. Okay, I'm just gonna check the database. So there's some stuff I can't show, so just give me a second here. Okay, development database is running fine. Boom, that's good. Bum, bum. Escape that. Let's connect to here. Okay, SQL. Okay, no, databases are all good. Those are up and running. So, okay, let's come back to here. Back to coding view. And I'm just going to see what is up with. So we can go back to Idrant's workspace because it's not the workspace ID that mattered. Is this Idrant's? Okay. So let's might as well showcase your workspace all stream, okay? All right. So this is going to give a 404, which I'm expecting, but let's do npm run start dev. Actually, let me make sure everything's installed. I'll zoom this in. Okay, that's all good. We don't need the sidebar. Clear. NR is just npm run for me. Start dev. I'll run this one more time and see. Maybe I was running in the wrong place, but I don't think so. Localhost. Okay, we've got that. It's up and running. I gotta check one other thing. I don't think I need to be authorized. No, because this is public. So no, that doesn't matter. So why am I getting a 404? I'm going to workspaces slash issues IDs. Okay. The API is definitely running. My voice just cracked, hitting puberty for the 50th time now. Okay, so what we're going to do actually, let's stop this and we're going to debug. So we're going to switch to, you can use Node, but I'm just going to use the JavaScript debug terminal built into VS Code that just does all that wiring up for me. All right, so this is going to start the debugger, and let's look at the first part, which is workspaces repos controller. Now it should hit here. This is, if I click here now, execute. Okay, paused on promise reject. Okay, let's get rid of those uncaught errors. Let's click play. Okay, so for folks who might have never used the debugger before, this is the debugger. This is just Node.js debugger. I'm just using it within VS Code. Okay, let's see what's going on over there. Okay, nothing going on. Just gonna check the Twitters real quick. Since this is a co-working stream, twitter.com, whoops. Alright, got a bunch of stuff going on here. Yeah, I was saying, where was it? Yeah, it looks like Google's killing the .dev domain. So, anyways, okay, so this is good. We've got our page options, user ID we don't need because we're not passing that in. So just to show some of the things here, so we're passing in the ID. That's what this is here. So you can see that that's idrants. Let me know if you need me to zoom that in a bit more, but so this is idrants workspace ID. There's no user ID because that's if you want to filter on a user ID, which is this contributor field here. We're not using that. And page options DTO. So this is passing in stuff like the defaults. So a limit of 10 in terms of the page data. We're ordering by updated at, which is a column for issues. And we're doing it descending. This is all by default. And we're showing the first page. And I think, see, this all looks good. So let's continue into the code here. So we're using Next.js, not Next.js. Next.js is for the app. For the API, we're using Nest, like a bird's nest.js. Cool. So let's step into here. I just want to see where it's 404ing. So, um, you know, I'm typically, the way I use the Node.js debugger or any debugger, like even when I was doing like .NET, if I was using the C# debugger, I only use this when I'm like, I don't know why this is happening. Because like I could throw in some console logs here, but I don't. Okay, it looks fine. Good. In this particular case, console logs, I don't need to litter it with stuff, but I could add like I could add a log point actually, which is not an actual console log, and I could say like ID here, and then that should log it out if we opened up the terminal. But okay, so we're gonna say find one by ID. So I just want to make sure that we get the proper stuff here. So let's continue. All right, so it's gonna run and it should come back at some point. Okay, it might have expired or timed out. No. Oh, interesting. So it's saying that that could be it. Remove log point. Let's put a breakpoint here again. Interesting. Let me execute this again. Okay, let's run again. And then run. Okay, so it's failing when it goes to get the workspace. Interesting. Okay, so let's do that one more time. Okay, boom. F5 to continue. Let's step into this code. All right, so we're saying workspace ID, DB, workspace. Okay, so this is where it's gonna 404. Query builder get one. So we're gonna say workspace members, workspaces dot ID equals workspace members dot work ID, where workspaces dot ID ID. Okay, interesting. I think I know what's happening here. So like let's run this. It's gonna go into that not found. Now it's because it's null. But the thing is, I want to do a test here. I think the issue is Idrint's workspace is public, but we're doing this check here, this left join to see if I'm part of the members, I believe. Yeah, so we're saying out of the workspace members, which is a field. Let's see, left join and select workspaces ID. Workspaces ID ID. Okay, interesting. Okay, let me just run this. It's gonna fail again, obviously, but I want to do a test here because maybe this is actually a bug. So I'm gonna go to my own workspace or a workspace where I'm a member. So let's see here. Let's just make certain. So like OpenSauced. I'm definitely a member of this. It's public, I think. Yeah, it's public. Okay, but let's just grab this ID. And okay, let's come back to Swagger and let's shrink this. Boom. So this is a workspace where I'm a member of it. So I'm gonna execute. We're gonna hit here again. We definitely don't need that breakpoint anymore. Okay, so here, let's go in. Now, let's look at this. And I just want to look at the query builder. So let's go to the debug console and let's say query builder. Whoops. I can't type. Query builder dot toString. There must be a toString. Except, okay, yeah, object. Fair enough. Should be dot to. No, that's not it. Okay, let's just see what this gives us. Instance of. I doubt this will give us anything else better, but let's try this. Okay, yeah, no, it's just an object right now. So let me open up the object actually, and it's select. There's a way for me to get the query builder orders by order. Okay, let's go back to the code for a sec. This isn't what I was expecting to be doing, but that's okay. So we're gonna say get one, and then in here, okay, result undefined. Interesting. If result, else return null. So something weird is going on. So it's gonna give a not found now, obviously, and let's let that run. Okay, cool. I'm gonna switch to the beta branch actually. So just to see, check out beta. It's gonna rerun and let's come back to here and I'm gonna do the same thing again. Let's execute. Okay, that actually this one's not gonna exist, this endpoint in beta because it's not in there yet. But let's do PRs and let's come up here, try out, boom. Don't need that. I just want to see if this one works. Interesting, it's throwing not found there as well. Okay, so there could be a bug. It's beta. I'm gonna ask in Slack because or maybe I don't have latest. Let's do G pull. Okay, that could change things. And you know what? Let's do G colast. Let's go back to here. Let's do pull origin beta just to make sure I'm up to date. Okay, so maybe it's just that. Could be. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna execute this again. 404 consistently. The weird thing is this only locally because here, let's log out of the API because I don't need to be logged in. And let's do execute. No, still 404. Interesting. Let me go ask in Slack. Just ask uh, engineering the API locally using the beta branch and the workspace service keeps returning null when searching for a valid workspace ID. Anyone else seeing this? My local DB is running fine as is. This was working fine yesterday. I'll dig into it, but just curious if anyone else has this issue. Yeah, so I'm all for digging into issues for sure, but and I'm going to, but I'm asking the question like, hey, in case somebody else has already run into this or like it's a known issue on local development, instead of me like wasting time, somebody can say, yes, I'm already having this problem. Great. If not, I'll keep digging. Cool. All right. Well, I'll go check back in Slack in a bit, but it is odd that it's not working. And you know what? Just for fun, let me go back to this is the API. Let me go to the .env file. Why is this not opening? .env. Where's my .env? Okay, let's put the public API, or sorry, the localhost API. Gonna save that, and okay, we're still running. We'll just restart. I'm gonna go to the app locally, which does work, but I want to see if the running my local API is causing peculiarities. Just give this a second. Okay, so loaded my workspace, and weird. So that's working. And I want to make sure I'm actually hitting the localhost API. Let's see here. I'm just gonna write. I'm pretty sure it's a me issue, but just wanted to do a quick check. All right, so let's go to the network tab here and let me zoom in a bit. And we want to do XHR only because these requests for the pull request table only happen on the client side. So there, so it hit this. Okay, it's hitting localhost 3000. Um, that's not okay. Repos 3001. Okay, it's hitting it. Seems to be working fine with the local API with my local app. So definitely me not doing something right in the Swagger site. Okay, that's good to know at least. Okay. No worries. Just talking to my coworker Izza for a sec about the issues table. I'm basically going to make it the same as the PRs table, but definitely any input welcome. All right. So I'm clearly doing something wrong in the with the Swagger because the API is definitely working and it's definitely loading pull requests. So let's reassess what I'm doing wrong here. So we don't need the app at this moment. We know that, oh, you know what we can do? Actually, you know what I will do? Not can. Let me close this. Let's go back to the API. Let's Oh, weird. Oh yeah, it's running over here with the JavaScript debugger. So we know it works in the app. So I'm gonna basically come back to uh okay, um I'm on the right branch for the API changes I made. That's good. So let's go back to the controller where I'm loading. That's the issues. Let's close this. Uh, let's go for PRs. So let's just make sure it hits there. So if I switch to 30 days, it should hit over here. Okay, that's good. So let's see what I was doing wrong, maybe. Oh, maybe it's distinct authors. I have to put false. User ID doesn't care. Okay, I think that's what it is, maybe. So let's do that. It loaded it, obviously. So let's come back to the Swagger. And, well, let's just, again, make sure I have the right ID, but I should. Cool, that's 100% correct. So let's go workspaces, PRs, where did it go? Okay, there's issues. Wait. Okay, I'm in the right place there, but let's go back to this one. Workspaces, PRs, boom. Paging, order direction I don't care about. Let's set this to false, or let's just not include it, or false, sure. Execute. So let's see if it looks the same. Right. Distinct authors, false. Okay, I think this will work. All right, so that's what it was, I think. Cool, cool. Yeah, I got that sorted. Okay, so that works there. So I think that's what I was doing wrong with the issues. So let's come back to the issues one. There, and let's set this to false. And let's remove that breakpoint. And get all, yeah, okay, this is where we want to be now. Let's execute. Okay, page options, false. Okay, I'm expecting a payload now. And boom. And let's go. Why? Why? Maybe there's something else I'm missing. Contributor, false. Issues. There. Okay, well the good thing is it's my thing now that's not working. Maybe just delete this. Let's do it again. Let's see here. Shouldn't the can view be conditional? Yeah, it should be conditional. You're right. Um, Hold on a sec. That's a good call. Execute. Yeah, there could be some logic in here that isn't okay. No, it's not even there that it. So let me do that again there, Idrinth. But yeah, you are correct about what you just said there. So let's come here. Uh, can view. Well, the can view. I think part of it is there's a check if it's public or not. Right here, but it's actually it's 404ing in here. So it goes to find it and find one by ID. I mean, this is still the same workspace service, so this is why I'm confused. Play item null. Okay. Workspace members works. Why does it not find it? Okay. I'm gonna let it 404, which it just did. I'm gonna run the PRs one again. Oh, different ID. My grab, maybe that's why. Execute. Oh, okay. You know what? I think I had a bad ID, maybe. Let's try this one. Okay, that's gonna 404. I could have sworn I got the right ID, but you know, could be wrong. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, let's F5. Okay, I've got an item. Okay, boom. And then, yeah, here's the check for the can view. I mean, we can validate. Yeah, so you can see here, Idrin, there is a check. So if the workspace is public, we return true. Hey, how's it going, Lily Storm? How do I assign fonts to certain lines of text in HTML and of text in HTML, CSS, JavaScript? Um, Not to sound sarcastic, Lily Storm. But you just you either use the style attribute of a HTML element or you add a CSS class, unless I'm completely misunderstanding your question. So let's let this run. Yeah, what Idrinth is saying there. So okay, all right, we are getting our events. So the only thing I'm confused about is why did it not like? Oh, I 100% know what the issue was, Idrinth. Everything was working fine. I was grabbing a workspace ID from production, and that's why. Just gonna respond. Okay. All right. I was getting nervous. I was like, um, well, there's plenty. I can show you real quick, Lily Storm. I don't know if Idrinth has bandwidth for any of this, but like just go to codepen.io and I'll even share it. So let me log in here. Yeah, well, let's just do an example there, Idrinth, and then I encourage you to go just try this out yourself. So here we can say like paragraph hello Lily Storm 9. So there we go. And then you could do it many ways. You could say like all paragraphs, we're going to say color is blue. And there you go. It goes blue. So that's one example, kind of like what Idrint was saying. We could also add a class. So this is a CSS class, so we could just say, I don't know, I'll just call it user. So we have a color there, but then you could also do user, and then we could say like, let's go background color, let's do black, and then let's change this to white actually, or let's change this to, I don't know, green. And then um, you're gonna see that it does that. We could do some other stuff, like we could say like, let's add some padding just to make it a bit bigger. There you go. And we could just say content width fit content, I think. Yeah. Anyways, this is like a very short example, Lily Storm 9. So I'll just save it, and here's the URL. You can go check that out. But there's like, yeah, well, fonts, that's a whole other thing. You got to download fonts, but yeah, it's essentially the same thing here. So we could do, it's called font family. And for example, I could do Comic Sans MS, and then you're gonna see it's got and you know what, let's just change this to a heading just so it's bigger. uh, and then let's change this. Oh, not PH1, H1. So there you go. All right, let's change this to lime so it's more accessible. Yeah, honestly, you just have to, you're gonna have to learn this on your own a bit, I think, Lily Storm. This is an example. Um, but I encourage you, if you're interested in learning like a bunch of stuff about all this, I have a article on Dev2, because it's not really, yeah, if you mean certain lines, you have to figure out, okay, that's a super long comment. Um, let me go to, this is a blog post I wrote a few years ago. It's just front end developer resources. So front end, here, let's go to the dev. This is actually my most read article ever, I think, or most reactions. I encourage you to just check out stuff there. Um, it's gonna take some time, but like Idrin said, like you can decide which ones, they're called CSS selectors. So like you could say all paragraphs have a font family, but you could also be like only certain ones based on some criteria. Like there's a lot to dig into there. So I encourage you just to kind of take that code pen I sent you, just start messing around with that. Check out some of these resources I shared, and yeah, I would go from there. Cool. Um, yeah, and all right. Okay. I'm gonna get back to, okay, that's all good. Gonna just check out GitHub for a second. Just see if PR was merged. Repo pages show closed PRs, but they should be merged. Agree on the merge wording, but for issues, GitHub uses purple to represent closed. Issues not red. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's just some styling that still being discussed. Okay, so now, false alarm, my API was working. So let's do this. Let's disconnect from the debugger. And let's kill that. Let's kill that. And I'm going to close this instance of VS Code. So open up iTerm again. Like I was saying, Lily Storm, there's tons of articles. check out my blog post I dropped. It's got a bunch of links for all kinds of things, like whether it's JavaScript, HTML, accessibility, CSS. I'm not saying the things I link there are like the best ones. I think they're pretty decent, but there's all kinds of things. Yeah. You're just gonna, like Idrint is saying, you're just gonna have to look into and read about and dig into doing some stuff with CSS and HTML. All right, so let's go back to dev work API and our start dev. All right, cool. Let's get that out of the way so we can actually start building. Cool. Boom, boom. Just doing a time check. We're good. All right, so essentially, okay, that's localhost. I'm gonna hide the prod one because that was throwing me off. We're good for the API notifications. What's going on here? Cool. All right, getting distracted by social media. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, well, there's a couple things we need to do. The first thing we need to do is we need to create a custom hook for getting the data. So let's do that first and uh, come here. Cool. Okay, we don't need that open. The dev server is running. Okay, so this is the activity page, which is essentially going to become the PR's table page. Well, we'll figure it out, but I'm literally going to copy past it for now. Or actually, let's do this first. Um, where is my custom hook? So just to kind of explain how we load this page, there's like a shell of it, which is loaded server side with like the minimal info. Like where in this particular case, I'm showing OpenSauced uh, for the workspace, and some public information like the public bubble there, and that's about it. And um, but on the client side, because we have a lot of, it's data intensive, that's where we do all these fetching and stuff. So we have a hook for that. So I think I called it use get work pull requests, or where is it? Yeah, use get workspace repository. So I'm gonna go to that, go to definition, cool. And I'm gonna literally copy that. Nothing wrong with copy pasta. Use get workspace issues. Cool. And let's change that. Boom. Okay, so we got the workspace ID and a range we're passing in currently. The repositories. Uh, it works. Oh yeah, that's coming from search params. Oh, interesting. I could have sworn. Do I have latest of? Actually, let me make sure I have the latest of the app. Hold on a sec. G8, get add, get stash. Let's do G pull minus R origin beta. Okay, I got latest. Okay, unstash. Let's close that. Okay, we're good there. Hey, how's it going, Charles? Good to see you, man. Yeah, no, thanks for saying hi. No, you hadn't missed the clerk session. It's on Friday. So if you want to check that out, you can come hang with us on Friday. Gonna be hanging with Jacob from Clerk. So yeah, definitely check that out. But appreciate the pop in. Get to that stand up. Um, no, no, no. Well, I've done streams before with some of the Clerk folks, but this one's happening this Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern or 5 p.m. UTC. You're in Florida, so I think it's one. Yeah, you should be 1 p.m. for you. Um, cool, cool. But yeah, no, thanks for hopping in. Hope the stand up goes well. Hopefully it's not too long and gets derailed. classic stand-up stuff. Okay, so we're gonna get issues here instead. And let's see what else. Cool, cool. Yeah, no worries, man. Yeah, always good to see you popping in. Okay, so we need to change this to Control L, DB, workspace, issue, and in here, not repo ID number name, full name, workspace ID. We definitely need that. Um, I'm curious how these are getting filtered at the moment. Anyways, I won't worry about that. Use get workspace issues, and if we open up the API one for a second again, API, let's look for dot issue underscore state. Is that it? State. Is that it? PR state issue should be issue underscore state. There we go. GitHub events. Okay, this is what I want. All right. These are our properties. So let's close that. And okay, so issue number. Yeah, if I put this back. Yeah, okay. Repo ID, workspace ID, string. Was I not returning the workspace ID? Okay, whoops. Let's see here. Let's put all these in. Okay, and then let's do boom, whoops. Boom, 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 boom. There, and we'll say string to start. They're not all gonna be string, but this should be number. This should be open or closed or reopened. Issue title string. Yeah, yeah. Shout out, pour one out for Times New Roman, eh? Yeah. I put CS code into CodePen, but it still has the cringe default. Yeah. No, it's got the cringe default font because you may need to load custom fonts or you need to change the font family. But again, like we were all saying, Lily Storm 9, you're not gonna know how to do all this instantly. I encourage you to just kind of dig into it a bit. Some of the resources I shared, like I said, also checking out MDN or CSS Tricks is kind of being revived, but I would just, yeah, it's when it's big, it's cringe. Yeah, Times New Roman isn't really my go-to, for sure. All right, author login, that's right. Created at, so this is a string, that's right. String, issue comments, string, issue reactions. I think these are all numbers, so let's do this. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Lily Storm 9. Appreciate it. Cool. Yeah, the thing is these things just take time, so it could be frustrating sometimes, but it literally just takes time. Let's do this. Okay, boom, 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 boom. This should be numbers. Okay. Oh yeah, no worries, Lily Storm. It's definitely not because we don't want to help you, but there is an infinite time, and it's yeah, it's just you just got to dig in a bit first. There's definitely nothing wrong with asking for help for sure. That's definitely for sure not a bad thing. All right. So we've got this here. We've got the search params. This doesn't need to be ranged to string. This is fine. I like doing this instead. Less characters, but minor thing. Okay, limit is 999. Uh, why does it have to be 999? That's weird. That should be, I feel like get workspace repository. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. It's not workspace repositories I wanted to look at. It was this other one. Uh, filtered repositories, activity page. Where's Okay, yeah, workspace pull request table, pull request. That's what I wanted to get. Okay, wrong hook completely. Const, blub, blub. Yeah, this is what I wanted. I was like, how come none of these other settings I had are in here? So use workspace pull request. So we'll just call this use workspace issues, or maybe use, yeah, I guess get's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that up top because we do need that, but let's paste all this in. Okay, so we've got all that. DB issue, what was it? DB repo issue events. I don't think we have it. What was it called? DB repo issue events. So I think that's what this will end up being. Just getting scared there for a second. All right. DB workspace issue. We don't need that there. Okay, that doesn't exist. I know. So let's go to next types. This is just where we have find DB repo PR events. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we want something similar to that. So we got interface DB repo issue events. I just uncopied it. Use there. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's go back here. There. And okay, so they're all read only. We want that as well. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we need the read only. So let's do this. Boom, 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 boom. Just fun making that noise. Okay, read only issue. That should be good. Okay, so now we got DB repo issue events and export order pull requests by. We'll rename that, but there's no merged app for issues. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Charles, the CodePen link was what I had sent initially. Hold on, where is it? CodePen, where did it go? Give me 2 seconds, I'll find it. Dev2. Oh yeah, here it is. This is the CodePen, Charles, if you're looking. Oh, he's talking to you. Okay, whatever. Anyways, that was what I gave as a starting point, just as an example. But okay, it's not order by pull request, it's order issues by. Okay, so we got DB repo events. Let me check my Slack. Yeah. Okay. There, workspace ID, page limit, order direction, order by, repo IDs, range. So that's good because we want to be able to filter by repositories as well. This should be all good. Order issues by, then that builds all of that. And then instead of PRs, it's issues. Okay, I think that's in a good state. Okay. So let's do a few things here. Make sure I'm in the right issues table. Okay, cool. So let's do this, and we'll just say gchore created the uh where is it? Oh, gotta rename it. Use workspace. Use get workspace. Yeah. Let's just update that. Add created the that's not pull request. What am I saying? Get issues. Hook. All right. Let's just add. Don't need to commit my environment. And boom. Let's push that up. So this is the foundation. Okay. And then let's exit here. All right. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we've got our custom hook now. So everything is literally going to be the same except, okay, so now we need to go to the activity page. I'm going to literally copy it for now. So let's just do this and we'll call it issues. All right, cool. And let's just get server-side props should all be the same. Okay, boom. All right, F2, workspace, issues page. The rest should be the same. And then we want to get workspace issues. And instead of that, we're going to say use get workspace issues. Okay, order by as order issues by. There we go. And let's see what else. That all looks good so far. Data. Okay, yeah. So obviously it's not a workspaces pull request table. It's going to be something else. So let's go to definition here. Or actually, let's rename this first. To issues. Cool. And it's not legging it because TypeScript is complaining because we're trying to pass in issues into a workspace pull request table. So this is good that it's failing because it's not actually the right right data being passed in. So it's a good thing. All right. So workspace issues table. Okay. Boom. Workspace. Okay. Now in here, so like basically anything that is pull request, I'm just going to change it to issues. Uh, get issues. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Maybe not everything. Hold on a sec. PR state author icon. Yeah. Okay. Let's undo that. Hold on a sec. Cool. I'm gonna be back in 1 second. Bio break, as they say. I just have to pee really badly. I'll be back in a second. All right. We are so back, as they say. Cool. All right. All right, let's get back to it. Local workspaces. So we want to do the issues page. Um, what am I doing wrong there? Workspace activity page. If I hover over that activity, why am I drawing a blank in how the pages work? Hold on a sec. Um, let's go out of components, pages. Oh yeah, because it's just activity. Yeah, I got it. Hold on a sec. Where'd my pages go? Issues. Okay, yeah, yeah. So we want to go to issues. The page is gonna crash for sure. It's gonna go boom, spectacular boom. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm expecting it to blow up. You can't have a glow up until you have a blow up. Some wise person said, I think. I don't know. All right. Okay. So this should be workspace issues table or issue table. Did I name that right? Components, workspace pull request, workspace issues table. Okay. So let's change a couple things here. Let's rename this to workspace issue table props. And let's come back to here. This should just be issues table, is it? I'll sort that out. Sec. I did write it pull request table. So workspace issues table, workspace pull request table. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, no, I'm gonna rename a few things here. Get pull request URL, that should be get issue URL. And then instead of this, it should be, I think it's issues, or is it, hold on a sec. GitHub, up in the hub. Is that what all the cool kids say? Up in the hub. That's what 50 Cent would say if he was a dev. Okay, issues. Yeah. Okay, cool. Just making sure I'm getting it right. Issues. Get repo URL. That's the same. Some of this stuff can be consolidated into utility functions probably. All right, get time, skeleton, original. Okay, so this should actually be db issue repo issue events. So this is nice. Okay, so talk about a couple things here in a sec, but issue table column. So we're using tan stack here and tan stack table, sorry. And there's this create column helper, and if you're using TypeScript like we are, it infers like it knows all the columns that are available. So PR number does not exist on DB issue repo events. So this should actually be issue number. And then you see so this is going to be like, this is where I've literally copy pasted the entire code that loads up the pull request table, but I'm going to convert it to the issue table. And with TypeScript, this is going to be, should go pretty quickly. Cause like, cause like if I said issues, it's gonna say, nope, that's not it either. It's issue. So this is going pretty well so far. Um, I could obviously just replace them everywhere, but I'm just kind of glancing through the code. You know what? We can probably just do this. And it's not even necessarily that. Yeah, so let's do yeah, let's see. Boom, 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 boom. There's some of these columns that just don't exist, which is fine, but um, boom, 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 boom. It's always fun saying boom, boom. Okay. I think, okay, so we still got some more. Boom, 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 boom. Here. Okay, and then I think we're good now, so let's just do issue underscore. And that should have changed everywhere. Okay, so we're gonna have some columns that don't exist, which is totally fine. So like for example, there's no the PR state author icon, which is a component I made. That's just not gonna work in this context. There's no changed files, so like we can get rid of this column. There's no additions, so we can get rid of that column. Okay, issue updated at, created at, close that. Yeah, so there's no merged at. So I wonder if we could have closed that maybe. Issue merged at. Oh no, we already have a closed at, sorry. So yeah, we literally don't need this. Boom. This is just nice, just doing these refactoring. You got red squiggle stress when? Cool. I'm gonna comment this column out temporarily. And let's see what else it's not liking. Okay, issues. What did I do? Oh yeah, sorry. This should have been there. Okay, so expected 2 arguments, but got 4. What's it talking about? Oh, okay, whoops. I should have done the whole thing here. That's why. Okay. So this all looks good. Okay, this PR state author icon. I'm just going to comment it out, and I'm going to say todo issue icon with state. And let's just go through the rest here. Everything. Okay, what's it not like in here? Header column. Okay, so it's expecting DB repo events somewhere. So let's find DB repo. Ah, that's why. Okay, so this should be DB issue events, repo issue events. And let's see what this does. Give it a refresh. Might go boom. We'll see. Cannot read. Okay, there's this draft workspace. Oh my god, please don't tell me I just changed it all in the wrong file. Did I? I just did. Oh snap. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. Let's put that back. And then I'm gonna copy this to here and there. And let's see if that works. Okay, hold on a sec. The default export is not a React component in page. Workspace ID issues. Did I not? Oh, okay, no. I know exactly what I did wrong. Hold on a sec. I'm just all over the place. And that's not what I wanted to open either. Okay, come back here. Okay. What I meant to do is Okay, so that's the workspace issues table. I think, okay, that's all sorted. Okay, so let's put that up. So workspace issues table. And then I didn't change anything else, did I? Okay, so let's come to the issues now. And there's the table, workspaces table in here. Okay, this is what I did wrong. Okay, that's got us back to it being a page, I believe. Or is this, no, that's still the table. Okay, there we go. We're back as a page. It's gonna crash. It's expected. And let's do workspace issue. Whoops, what was it? Issue table. And let's come here. Why is that not workspace issue table? Yeah, buddy. Where is it? Okay, here. Okay, now we can import it. If I knew how to type. Boom. I got a good feeling about this. Come on. Okay. Oh, snap. Boom. Okay, there's stuff missing, obviously, but let's see here. So if we go to this, all right, that's good. 10x developer, I don't know about that, but uh, okay, and that's the repo. Let's go, buddy. Yeah, okay, boom. All right, so we're already in a good state, and so I could say, like, let's just filter on the app. Cool, just getting the app issues now. Okay, last 7 days, boom. All right, this is pretty good so far. Cool. All right, we're already in a good state. So workspace issues table. Okay. G check in, work in progress. Um, initial workspace issues table. Okay, that's good. I think we need some sub uh whatchamacallit, sub tabs for this. So because we need to go to issues and that. Okay. So gotta clean up some other stuff. So pull request, like the word actual pull request. So let's go to workspace issues table. Let's find pull request. There. Okay. Let's match case 3, and then let's just call this issue. Let's replace all those. Now let's look for lowercase. So it's probably faster if I just actually don't bother with the copy pasta, but okay. And then there, replace, whoops, set issue, replace. Okay, let's save that. Okay, nice. And I want to see what it looks like if we shrink it. So, because there's a responsive view. Okay. To do icon. Oh yeah, so I don't have the icon right now. That's what we got to do next. But everything's looking pretty good. And oh yeah, we need the avatar, I think, of the person. Okay, real talk. Do you squash commits locally to help commit history clean, or do you just not commit work in progress code? Um, there's a couple things. So I try to have clean commits. Sometimes if I do like work in progress or stuff like where I'm just messing around with stuff, but then I'm like things are in a good state, I might just literally do a git reset and just create a commit that says feature boom. But if you really need to see the breakdown of changes because it's helpful in a PR sometimes, I try to do that. But at the end of the day, we squash our PRs, so it's like it doesn't really matter at the end of the day to some degree. Um, I'm not I'm not like a staunch like you know Git person where like for example, like if I'm fixing conflicts sometimes or like I'm doing a rebase and I know exactly what it's supposed to be, sometimes I'm just like I copy paste it from where I know it's right and I just keep pasting it in. It's like I use Git, but I'm pragmatic about it too. Like sometimes it's like, okay, you could do like 20 operations to get things back into a good state, or you could like literally just paste, like undo something in Git and then paste and then you're good to go instead of doing all kinds of things. So, um, but I know some people like some projects are very strict about it. Like for example, like the Linux project, like that they would definitely be super finicky about anything you do in terms of commits and comments. Not that we do crappy comments and like commits. That's not what I mean. It's just like just more pragmatic about it. Also depends on your team. Like when I worked at Dev 2, they squashed the commits, sorry, the PRs. Here we squash them. Uh, Netlify, I think we squash them as well. That's okay. It's like, but typically what I do use is for the work in progresses, sometimes I leave them in. But see, like right now, I just fixed all the naming there, so I'm gonna do a git reset soft and I'm just gonna redo that commit. Like I'm not gonna mend it or whatever. So now I'm gonna do git chore, create or what did I do? Do initial workspace. Yeah, okay. This should be chore, not CI. CI is my alias for commit. Chore is for chore, like using conventional commits. So like for example here, if you look at my commits now, I do glog, which is just a git log alias. You can see so chore initial workspace, chore created the use get workspaces hook. But when I create the PR, we need to use like a git conventional commit. So it's gonna say feat FEAT colon and then what the feature is. We okay, you squash in your org too, yeah. It just really depends. Like it's the kind of thing it's not a hill I really want to die on or bike shed about. If people are like, "Okay, this project we squash them," I'm like, "Okay, it's fine." I'm really it's really not something I want to worry about per se, or stress out about. Uh, yeah, cool. Cool. All right. So this is good. I'm pretty happy with how quick we got. I knew this would go pretty quick because I already had the basis of like the tan stack table stuff. There's just some other things to do. But let's push this up and let's see here. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so like I was saying, so the activity page, where are these repositories activity? I gotta find those tabs. Repositories. Page header. No. Repository. No. Homepage. New workspace. Where the heck is it? Index. Actually, that's where I should go. Index. And we should have tabs in here. That's to get server-side props. We're still using Pages router. We're not using the app router yet. I think we will move to it at some point, but it's not a high priority at the moment. We're on like next 13.5 something, I think. We're gonna upgrade to next 14. Um, but eventually we probably will move to the app router, because that's the way Next is going. That's what we're using. Um, okay, so let's see here. Close that issues. What was I looking for? Tab. Workspace layout. No. Tabs, tabs, tabs. Why am I not seeing this? Client only. Let's look for it here. Repositories. I know it's the tabs. I'm just wondering. P tab. Atom tabs. Is this it? Tab list. All right. Pages, feed, list, workspace is tab list. That's what I wanted. Okay. Okay, so that's returning the list. And okay, so I'm using it on all these pages. That's fine. Tab list, contributors. On the activity page, I need to add more. So let's see here. If selected, yeah, I don't really want to selected tab, workspace ID. Yeah, essentially I just need to put another tab list actually. So the page ID is workspace is ID. All right, so let's do this. Let's go to the activity page and workspace is tab list. And then under that, we're gonna need another one. So let's do this. Whoops. I guess this could be, there's gap. It could literally go in the same one. And then here, let's bring in the tab list. Okay, selected tab. Okay, let's just put empty for now and tab list. And let's just do this. I'm just gonna do it inline. What is it? Activity label href. What's it look like up here? So, okay, this is what it looks like. Okay, so this is what we want, and it should, what's it not like in there? Slot style, whatever. This should be workspace.id. Tab list, what don't you like? What don't you like? Tab list never. Okay. This should be pull requests. And this should be issues. All right. And let's see what else. This should be issues. And this should be activity. Okay. It seems fine. What doesn't it like about this? Let's go to definition. Okay, don't go to definition. I'm trying to see what's different here. Tabs list. Props, tabs, primitive content. Did I grab the wrong thing maybe? Let me go to workspace tabs list. Go to definition. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one, I think. Okay, so let's go to here. And this is not what we want. This is what we want. Okay. And all right, now we're looking better. Let's save that. We should get another tab list under, unless I'm doing something wrong. Selected tab. Okay, wait. We on the activity page, selected tab is activity. That's good. Tabs lists. Just gonna see why my stuff's not popping in there. Why are you not in there? Let's see. Why is that? Okay. Okay. We all get over there. Oh, selected tab. We'll say it's that would be the selected tab would be coming from workspaces, tab list, tab name, repositories, contributors, blah blah blah. Selected tab, yes, is what's being passed in. So, and then if I go to repositories, it's automatically picking that in this case. Anyways, we'll sort that out, but let's just say activity for now. I don't think that'll change much, but why is this not showing up? Let's see here. Weird, it doesn't have my change. Activity page. It's because I'm not on the activity page, which makes sense. Because I'll need to add this onto the issues page as well. Okay, so all right, there we go. We're good. Okay, so this, get rid of that. Okay, and I guess this tab list should be in its own. Not sure why it didn't. Okay. Oh yeah. Sorry, it's because it's grid like that, and it should be grid gap 4, small is flex. Okay. Whatever. Let's do. Can do 2 just to separate them up. You gotta keep them separated, as they say. That's an old song, but okay. That's fine. And I'm going to click on issues. It should take me to issues. Okay. That's good. And there's no issues. Sorry, there's no tab list in issues yet. So we go to the issues page. Workspace tab list. Boom. Let's put it under there. It's going to say can't find it. Boom. And it's neither of those, so let's grab it from the activity page. This one. All right, let's pop that there. All right, cool. That should reload. Failed to compile. What failed to compile? Okay, interesting. Did I do? Maybe that's why. No. Let me do it again real quick. Did what died? Okay. We're back. We are so back. Let's import the tabs list. I might put it into a component, but I don't know if it's worth it if it's just these two spots. We'll see. We shall play it by ear. Okay, issues, activity page, tab list. Let's copy this. Boom. Close others. And workspace is tab list. Okay, and then pop this in here. We should be good. Okay. And then when we're on the issues page, the selected one should be issues. So that should highlight. That's good. And then when we're on the pull requests or the activities page, activity page, this should be activity. Yeah, that's right. So let's go to pull requests. Okay, activity is selected there. This is the activity page. Path is that. Pull request. Why is it not? It should be selecting this. Selected tab activity. We shall see. So issues. Boom. And then boom. Interesting that it doesn't. I'll come back here. Why isn't it selecting that? Selected tab. Let's go to the tab list just to see how it's finding it. Boom. So tab name. Oh wait, area selected tab equals tab.name to lowercase. Data state selected tab.name. Oh, it's the name, not path. Okay, so let's do this. Pull requests. Let's see here. Tab.name to lowercase. Selected tab. Selected tab. Pull requests. Pull requests. This should work. Why isn't it picking it? Shouldn't have to do this, but that's not what I meant to change. But hold on a sec. Okay, I know what I did wrong. This is what it should be. Okay, not the best way it works, but whatever. That's how it's currently implemented. All right, cool. Now let's see what this looks like on smaller screens. So let's go to, whoops, escape L. Now I can't zoom this in, but I'm just gonna load up Polypane so I can just see it in different views. All right, and there, boom. Let's give it a second. Let's load her up. Okay, so there we go. Okay, yeah, so yeah, I'm not showing the avatar yet. That's what I gotta fix. So I've got stand up in like 14 minutes. I think we could probably get that done. Issues. Or you know what? Maybe I'll just call it a day because I'm gonna go grab a coffee before stand up. But thanks again for hanging out. Happy with the progress made here because this feature is in a pretty good state. Thanks again for hanging, everybody, and I'll probably be streaming again tomorrow. So take care, everybody.